Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. But overnight the Australian dollar took a dive to the support at 79.90. Failing to see any follow-through, rebounded off the low of 86 and now currently back above the 80-cent handle. Does question whether we're seeing the low or not. I would say from a technical point, no. And the fact I'm looking for another challenge to the downside, but it still looks like bargain hunters are still looming around that area. On the day though, I do see resistance at 80.55 and firm above, clearly from a cap of 81.55, but overall I am quite bearish. Well, it would seem that the US dollar is still taking a bit of a hit to the downside as the index falls further, considering the FOMC meeting was actually more to the hawkish stance. And surprising there's no follow-up from the bullish case. The euro has taken the leap towards the region of 125. At present levels, I still can't get bullish. Two reasons. There's a shooting star still intact, and also there is a bearish divergence from the RSI, which clearly indicates that the next move should be back towards 124.60-65 tonight. And also to the fact we do have the non-farm payrolls, which could give a bit of a spurge to the US dollar. Resistance on the day is seen at 125.30 and firmer above at 123.80. Well, dollar yen is breaking to the upside, and now at this point it looks like we can see a further rise towards the challenge of 109.8085, even though we did see a brief look there last night as the market briefly recorded a high of 74. Nevertheless, support seen at 108.80. I do expect to see further upside challenges, and if the MACD does break through, could look towards 110.8085. Well, the pound at this point is still looking to the upside, and like the euro, I still can't get bullish at these levels purely for the fact of the indicators, especially with some divergence, should suggest that this recent advance over the last 3 days will eventually fail. Overall, I do expect to see a decline back towards the support that comes in now at 142.10 to 141.60, with resistance at 142.80. With the weakness in the US dollar, the gold has actually taken a step to the upside in the last 2.5 days, now looks towards a resistance of 51. Overall, at this point, with the technicals bearish, I still don't support the current rise, and we could see a fallback towards $46 and maybe down towards 40 before reassessing any bullish case. The silver also unchanged, maybe seeing a slight weakness to the downside as the recent uptick fails to sustain. At the moment, support seen at 95 and the resistance still holding around 45. And to wrap up with oil, well, the market has reclaimed the 66 handle and now looks to the recent high of 66.60, but with the technicals also showing divergence, suggests that these prices across the board are unlikely to sustain, especially with oil. So I am seeing a retreat from 66.60 and market expected to start selling towards a support of 65.40 and reassess from there. So that wraps up for today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you have a great start to the day and to the new weekend.